Hey Cajon Valley, it's Miss Vicky. This week we want to get you up and moving and away from the computers. Some fun ways that us OTs like to do this is by setting up obstacle courses, preparing scavenger hunts, and by playing Simon Says. It is so important for you kids to get away from screens and to get your bodies moving daily. There are so many benefits to playing these games, and now the team is going to show you some tips and tricks on how to make these games just right for you. So turn off the TVs, close your Chromebooks, shut down the iPads, and let's get moving.
Hi parents and students, I am Coda Hillary here to talk to you about the benefits of making obstacle courses. I love obstacle courses. Obstacle courses help you develop gross motor skills, strength, coordination, and balance. They also help to enhance problem solving, sequencing, and motor planning skills, which are super important at home and at school especially.
Hi everyone, it's Miss Susie again, and today we're going to talk about getting our bodies moving by creating obstacle courses indoors and outdoors and using just things around our house. The best way to teach you is to show you. My son's going to help us do that.
First, we're going to army crawl under a bench. You can do that under a table, under a chair at home, or even make a little fort. Right, left, get on through. The next station is on our yoga mat, crab walking. This strengthens our arms, gets us again, right, left, right, left. After our crab walk, we're going to step over our hurdles, just blankets and sheets. And then we're going to balance, going heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, zig, zag around. You can add a fine motor station in your obstacle course using tongs and pom-poms. Picking them up, close, and release. Now we take the obstacle course outside. Using some chairs and just a tape, we can do some jumping. 2 feet. 1, 2. Now we're going to do some balancing again. We're going to coordinate upper body and lower body by balancing a golf ball on a spoon as we walk on a blanket beam. Next, we can practice writing on the window. With the grip we showed you last week, writing a sentence or your name. Now we'll practice walking backwards for that left, right discrimination for the left of our obstacle course, which is hoops with socks to the laundry basket. As you can see, we just use blankets, all kinds of things laying around the house to make some fun obstacle courses. Use your imagination and have some fun.
Hi everybody, it's Coda Hillary. I'm here to help you make your obstacle course a little bit easier. Maybe you tried to make an obstacle course that has a lot of the things that Miss Susie's has in it, but you see that when it comes to the parts where they have to maintain their balance, such as walking over hurdles or walking on the zigzag line, they just need a little bit of help to maintain their balance. It's okay to hold their hand and help them feel successful. I find that the fine motor activity of using tongs with pom-poms is a little bit too hard. It's okay to switch out that fine motor activity for a different one that they are good at, such as a chunky puzzle, or maybe assembling something made of Legos. Even demonstrating to them how to do it first so they can imitate you. They'll get a kick out of watching you try, but it might encourage them to try harder to help you find some ways to make your obstacle course more challenging. What you can do is you can have your child design the obstacle course, help put it together, and then also come up with a list and write it out. That's a good way to practice some handwriting. Also have your child practice their name or basically any other writing activity along their obstacle course that is relevant to them and their skill level.
To create a scavenger hunt, you come up with a list of items in your apartment, house, yard, or neighborhood, and then find them. On the handout in your Google Classroom for OT, there are great scavenger hunts already created for you. There are many benefits to doing a scavenger hunt, including using your visual scanning skills to look for the items in your environment, working on your motor planning skills while you navigate the environment and look for the items, and working on your fine motor skills when you pick up and hold smaller items from your list.
Hi everyone, it's Miss Kate. Today I am going to show you how to do a fun scavenger hunt inside your house and outside. Your parents can help you make a scavenger hunt list, or you can use the ones we post on your Google Classroom. I made one for us to do today. So it's an indoor scavenger hunt, and it's all about sensory. So things you can feel, things you can smell, things you can make noise with. I am going to go look for these items now and then show you what I found. Okay, the first item on our list was something that smells sweet. So I found a candle, and it smells like vanilla. The second thing was something you can make noise with. So I went into the kitchen and I found a container of oats. When you shake it, they make a lot of noise. The third item was something that is smooth. I found a ball, and it's very smooth. There are no bumps. And the next item is something rough. So I found a brush, and you can see it's very different than the smooth item. Okay, that's it for our indoor scavenger hunt list. We're going to go outside now and see what we can find. I'm outside and I have my outdoor scavenger hunt list. So I'm looking for a flower, a whole leaf, a ripped leaf, a rock, and a twig. I'm going to go look for these and then show you what I can find. Okay, I found a flower, a whole leaf, a ripped leaf, a little rock, and a twig.
There are several ways that you can make a scavenger hunt easier for your child. One thing that you can do is put objects in plain sight. Instead of having spoons put away where you typically have them, you can put it on the table so that it's easier for your child to find. Another thing that you can do is take pictures of the objects that your child needs to find using a phone or a tablet. I took a picture of the spoon where I placed it so that it's easy for the child to find. Instead of spreading things out across multiple rooms, you can also place all of the objects in one location. For example, I can put the spoon on the table and the bowl in the chair so that they're all easier for a child to find. There are several things you can do to make a scavenger hunt more challenging for your child. You can spread things out over multiple rooms or use the inside and outside combined for a scavenger hunt. Instead of naming the object that you want your child to find, you can give them clues, like find something that you would use to eat cereal with, or find something you would use to brush your teeth. You can also have your child trace or copy one of the scavenger hunts from the OT Google Classroom, or come up with their own scavenger hunt. Here's one that I came up with. You can also make the scavenger hunt timed by setting a timer on your phone or on the kitchen stove or something like that, and then seeing if your child can find all of the items within the designated time.
Hi, fun friends. Miss Jen here. This week, I get to teach you a fun new game called Simon Says. It's a really great way to get movement and sensory input through play, but it can also help you develop a lot of other skills, like your ability to follow directions, sequence things, use both sides of your body together, cross your midline, imitate, motor plan. Simon Says is great for so many things. So let me show you how you play. So Simon is the boss man, and he's going to tell you what to do by saying things like, Simon says, touch your head. Simon says, touch both ears. Simon says, touch your nose. And if Simon says, you need to do what he says. But Simon is also a trickster, and he's going to try to trick you by not using the word Simon says before your command. And if he doesn't say Simon says, you do not follow the direction, or he's tricked you and gotten you out. So for instance, Simon says, touch your elbow. Simon says, clap your hands. Close your eyes. Oh man, Simon got me out. A few tips on making Simon Says a little bit easier. You can start with just simple imitation, like touch head, or do this. Remember to keep your directions clear and simple. Want to make Simon Says a little bit harder? Give a consequence if Simon tricks you and gets you out. For instance, if you get out, you might have to do 10 jumping jacks, or maybe you have to write the next word on the list. Another thing you can do is to make your child be Simon. Everyone has fun playing the boss sometimes, but it's trickier than it looks. Also, you can do more than one direction at once. For instance, Simon says, make an X with your arms, and then give me a thumbs up. Lastly, you can easily incorporate different concepts. For instance, Simon says, find a heavy object. Or Simon says, pick up a blue marker. Found it.